Under the moon's glow, a desert traveler makes a discovery that changes everything. What is the secret the moon has kept hidden all these years? Stay with me as we step into a world where silence speaks and every shadow holds a secret. What secrets did the moon hide from the desert traveler? A 5-chapter bedtime story, Chapter 1T. The desert path at twilight. You walk slowly across the endless expanse of golden sand. Each step sinks gently into the warm grains that still hold the memory of today's sun. The desert stretches before you like a vast ocean of amber and copper. Rolling dunes rise and fall in gentle waves that seem to breathe with the rhythm of the earth itself. The sun hangs low on the horizon now, a magnificent orb of molten gold that paints the sky in shades of rose and lavender. You pause for a moment and feel the warmth on your face. The last tender kiss of daylight before the desert transforms into something altogether different, something mysterious and profound. Your feet know this path well, though you cannot remember when you first began walking it. The sand shifts and changes with each passing day, yet somehow you always know which direction to take, as if an invisible thread guides you forward, pulling you gently toward something you cannot yet name. Behind you, your footprints stretch back toward the horizon, a delicate chain of impressions that the wind will soon erase. You do not look back, for in the desert, only the present moment truly exists. Each breath you take is filled with the clean, dry air that tastes of sage and distant rain. The silence here is not empty, but full, pregnant with possibility. You can hear your own heartbeat, steady and calm, matching the ancient rhythm that pulses beneath the sand. It is said that the desert remembers everything. Every traveler who has passed this way. Every tear that has fallen on its surface. Every prayer whispered to the endless sky, as you continue walking. The temperature begins to drop. The desert's mercy reveals itself in these twilight hours, when the scorching heat gives way to a gentle coolness that caresses your skin. You pull your cloak a little closer, not from cold, but from a growing sense of anticipation, as if the night holds secrets that the day could never reveal. The first stars begin to appear, tiny pinpricks of silver light in the deepening blue above. They seem to pulse with their own quiet music, a celestial symphony that only the desert can hear. You tilt your head upward and feel yourself becoming part of something larger, something timeless and eternal. Your shadow grows longer now, stretching ahead of you like a dark companion. It moves with fluid grace across the rippled sand, leading you forward into the gathering darkness. You are not afraid, For in the desert, darkness is not the absence of light, but simply another form of illumination. The air grows cooler still, and you notice how the sand beneath your feet has changed. The grains are finer here, softer, as if countless travelers before you have worn them smooth with their passage. You wonder about those who came before. What brought them to this place? What they sought in these endless dunes? A gentle breeze stirs, lifting a few grains of sand that dance around your ankles like tiny spirits. The wind carries scents from far away, hints of night, blooming flowers, the green freshness of distant oasis, the clean smell of starlight itself. You breathe deeply, feeling these fragrances fill your lungs and calm your spirit. The horizon blurs, now between earth and sky, creating an infinite canvas where colors blend and merge. Deep purple flows into soft gold. Rose melts into silver. The desert is painting itself anew, preparing for the great transformation that comes with nightfall. You realize that you are no longer walking on level ground. The path has begun to slope gently downward, leading you into a shallow valley between two ancient dunes. The sand here is darker, richer, as if it holds more secrets than the surface sands you left behind. Above you, the moon begins to show itself, still pale and translucent against the twilight sky, but growing stronger with each passing moment. You feel its presence like a gentle hand on your shoulder, guiding you, watching over you, keeping you safe on this mysterious journey. The silence deepens, becoming almost tangible. You can feel it wrapping around you like a soft blanket, insulating you from all the noise and chaos of the world beyond the desert. Here, in this sacred space, only peace exists, only the slow, steady rhythm of your breathing and the soft whisper of sand beneath your feet. Your mind begins to quiet. The endless chatter of thoughts and worries fading away like echoes in a vast chamber. You become aware of your body moving through space, each muscle working in perfect harmony, each breath flowing naturally in and out. You are becoming one with the desert, part of its ancient dance. The stars grow brighter now, and you begin to make out the familiar constellations. The great bear wheel slowly overhead. Orion stands guard on the eastern horizon. The Milky Way spreads its luminous river across the dome of night. You feel connected to these distant suns, part of the same cosmic web that binds all things together. A shooting star streaks across the sky, gone in an instant, but leaving behind a trail of wonder. You make no wish, for in this moment you lack nothing. The desert has taught you that true abundance comes not from having, but from being, from allowing yourself to exist fully in each precious instant. The moon climbs higher, casting its first real shadows on the sand. Your path becomes a ribbon of silver light, leading you deeper into the heart of the desert's mystery. You follow without question, trusting in the ancient wisdom that flows through this place like an underground river. The temperature continues to drop, and you feel the desert settling into its nighttime rhythm. Somewhere in the distance, a night bird calls, its voice hauntingly beautiful in the vast silence. The sound seems to come from everywhere and nowhere, echoing off invisible canyon walls and rolling across the endless dunes. You notice that your breathing has synchronized with the desert's own rhythm, slow and deep and peaceful. Each exhale releases tension you didn't know you were carrying. Each inhale brings fresh energy and clarity. You are learning the desert's most precious lesson: how to simply be. The sand beneath your feet begins to change again, becoming firmer, more compact. You sense that you are approaching something significant. Though you cannot yet see what lies ahead, the anticipation builds gently, like the slow crescendo of a distant song. Above you, the moon continues its silent climb, and you begin to notice something unusual about its light. It seems more intense here, more focused, as if the desert is gathering and concentrating its luminous energy. The shadows are sharper now, the contrasts more dramatic. Everything appears etched in silver and black. You pause for a moment and look back the way you came. Your footprints wend up the slope behind you, already being softened by the patient wind. In a few hours they will be gone completely, leaving no trace of your passage. This thought does not sadden you, but fills you with a strange sense of freedom. In the desert, you can leave the past behind with each new step. The path ahead curves gently to the left, disappearing around a low rise, topped with a cluster of weathered rocks. These ancient sentinels have stood here for countless ages, shaped by wind and time into abstract sculptures. You feel their presence like old friends, silent witnesses to your journey. As you continue walking, you become aware of a subtle change in the air. It feels different somehow, charged with possibility. The very molecules seem to vibrate with an energy you cannot name. Your skin tingles slightly, as if you are walking through an invisible field of stars. The moon is higher now, nearly overhead, and its light transforms the landscape into something magical. The sand glows with an inner radiance. The rocks cast deep pools of shadow, or everything seems more real somehow, more present. as if the moonlight has the power to reveal the true essence of things. You notice that you are no longer breathing consciously. Your body has found its own natural rhythm, slow and steady and peaceful. Each breath flows effortlessly, bringing oxygen to every cell, carrying away all tension and worry. You are becoming one with the night, part of its serene symphony. The silence is complete now, save for the soft whisper of your footsteps and the gentle rustle of your cloak in the night breeze. But this silence is not empty. It is full of presence, full of potential. It speaks to something deep within you, something that remembers what it means to be truly alive. As you round the cluster of rocks, you catch your first glimpse of what lies ahead, and your breath catches in your throat. For there, in the valley below, is something that should not exist in this barren place, something that makes your heart quicken with wonder and anticipation. But that is a story for the next part of your journey. For now, you simply stand and gaze, letting the moonlight wash over you, feeling yourself become part of the eternal dance between earth and sky, between silence and mystery, between the known and the unknowable. Chapter 2. The Whispering Wind. You stand at the edge of the rise, gazing down into the valley below, and as you pause there, a gentle breeze begins to stir around you. At first it is so soft you barely notice it, just the faintest caress against your cheek, like the breath of the sleeping desert. The wind grows slightly stronger, lifting a few strands of your hair, playing with the edges of your cloak. It moves in spirals around you, creating tiny dust devils that dance for a moment before dissolving back into stillness. There is something almost playful about it, as if the desert itself is welcoming you, inviting you deeper into its embrace. You close your eyes and feel the wind wash over you, carrying with it the scents and stories of distant places. You smell wild sage and desert flowers, the metallic tang of ancient rock, the clean emptiness of spaces where no human foot has ever trod. Each breath brings new mysteries, new whispers from the vast wilderness that surrounds you. But then something changes. The wind shifts, becoming more focused, more intentional. It no longer feels random or natural, but deliberate, as if it carries a message meant specifically for you. You open your eyes and look around, but the desert appears unchanged, bathed in silver moonlight, perfectly still except for the moving air. The breeze circles you now, and within its gentle rush, you begin to hear something. At first you think it might be your imagination, or perhaps the wind itself creating sounds as it flows around the rocks and over the sand. But no, there is a pattern to it, a rhythm almost like voices. You strain to listen, tilting your head toward the wind. And yes, there it is again, faint but unmistakable. The sound of whispered words, carried on the night air. You cannot make out what they are saying. The words are too soft, too distant. But the tone is clear, gentle, welcoming, filled with ancient wisdom. The wind intensifies slightly, and the whispers grow clearer. Though you still cannot understand the words, you begin to sense their meaning. They speak of journeys taken and journeys yet to come, of secrets hidden in the deep places of the earth, of connections between all living things, of the invisible threads that bind the universe together. You take a step forward, then another, drawn by the whispering wind. It seems to be leading you, guiding you down into the valley, toward whatever mystery awaits you there. Your feet find the path naturally, as if you have walked this way 1,000 times before. As you descend, the whispers seem to multiply, not louder, but more numerous, as if you are walking into a gathering of unseen spirits, all eager to share their stories, all speaking at once in voices like rustling leaves, like water flowing over stone, like the distant song of stars. The wind wraps around you like a living thing now, lifting your cloak, stirring the sand at your feet, creating a small whirlwind of energy that moves with you as you walk. You are no longer simply walking through the desert. You are part of it, caught up in its ancient dance, carried along by forces older than memory. The moon shines directly overhead now, and its light seems to interact with the wind in strange ways. You can almost see the air currents, silver streams of energy flowing around you, over you, through you. The boundary between yourself and the desert begins to blur. You are becoming something new, something that belongs to this place. The whispers grow more insistent, though still gentle, still welcoming. They seem to be telling you something important, something you need to know. But the meaning remains just beyond your grasp. Like trying to remember a dream that fades even as you reach for it. You pause for a moment and listen more carefully, letting the wind flow over you, through you. And suddenly, for just an instant, you understand. The voices are not speaking in words at all, but in something deeper, more fundamental. They are speaking in the language of the heart, the language of connection, of belonging. They are telling you that you are not alone, that you have never been alone, that every step you have taken in your life has led you to this moment, this place, this perfect intersection of earth and sky and spirit. They are welcoming you home to a place you never knew you had lost. The wind shifts again, and now it seems to be coming from multiple directions at once, swirling around you in complex patterns that make your cloak billow and dance. Your hair streams behind you like a banner, and you feel yourself being lifted, not physically, but spiritually, raised to a higher state of awareness. As you continue walking, the landscape around you begins to change. The sand becomes finer, almost powder, soft beneath your feet. The rocks take on stranger shapes, worn by countless years of wind into forms that seem almost alive, almost conscious. Faces peer out from the stone, hands reach toward the sky. Bodies dance in eternal stillness. The whispers begin to separate into distinct voices now, still soft, still mysterious, but individual. Each one carries its own story, its own wisdom. You hear the voice of a grandmother, sharing the secrets of the healing plants, the voice of a child, laughing with pure joy at the simple miracle of existence. There is the voice of a warrior, speaking of courage found in moments of greatest fear. The voice of a poet, weaving words into spells of beauty. The voice of a lover, singing of connections that transcend time and space. All of them speaking at once, creating a symphony of human experience that brings tears to your eyes. But underneath all these human voices, you begin to hear something else, something deeper, older. The voice of the desert itself, speaking in a language that predates words, that comes from the very heart of the earth. It speaks of patience, of endurance, of the long, slow dance between creation and dissolution that governs all existence. The wind grows stronger still, but it does not push against you. Instead, it lifts you, supports you, carries you forward as if you weigh nothing at all. Your feet barely touch the ground now. You are floating, gliding, becoming one with the moving air. Around you, the whispers begin to harmonize, individual voices joining together to create chords of sound that resonate in your bones, in your blood, in the deepest chambers of your heart. You realize that you are hearing the song of existence itself, the music that holds the universe together. The moon pulses overhead, its light intensifying with each beat. And you understand that it, too, is part of this cosmic symphony. Its gravitational pull affects not just the tides, but the very fabric of space and time, drawing all things toward itself, toward the center, toward the source. The path curves ahead, leading you around a massive boulder that has been carved by the wind into the shape of a sleeping giant. As you pass it, you feel its ancient presence, the weight of countless years. The stories locked within its crystalline structure. It nods to you in greeting, though it never moves. The whispers are all around you now, coming from the rocks, from the sand, from the very air itself. You understand that everything in the desert is alive, everything is conscious, everything has a voice. You have simply learned to listen, to hear beyond the silence, to perceive the hidden conversations that flow constantly through the world. You begin to add your own voice to the chorus, or not speaking aloud, but allowing your thoughts, your emotions, your very essence to join the flow. You feel yourself becoming part of the great conversation, adding your note to the eternal song, sharing your story with the listening desert. The wind carries your offerings away, distributing them across the vast landscape, connecting you to every grain of sand, every distant star, every living thing that has ever existed. You are no longer separate, no longer alone. You are part of the infinite web of being, a single note in the cosmic symphony. As you walk deeper into the valley, the whispers begin to focus, to concentrate, drawing you toward something specific, something important. The voices are guiding you now, leading you to a revelation that awaits just ahead, around the next bend in the path. But for now, you simply walk, carried by the wind, surrounded by voices, filled with a sense of peace and belonging that you have never known before. The desert has accepted you, claimed you, made you one of its own, and in return, you have found something precious, something that was always there, waiting to be discovered. The whispers continue, endless, eternal, carrying the wisdom of ages, the secrets of the deep places, the songs of the stars. And you listen with your whole being, becoming a vessel for their ancient knowledge, a bridge between the world of form and the realm of spirit. Chapter 3. The Hidden Oasis. The whispers guide you around a gentle curve in the path, and suddenly, there before you, impossible and beautiful, lies something that takes your breath away. An oasis, hidden in this remote corner of the desert, its existence so unlikely or so magical that for a moment you wonder if you are dreaming. Palm trees rise gracefully from the sand, their fronds perfectly still in the moonlight, creating elegant silhouettes against the star-filled sky. There are 5 of them, arranged in a perfect circle around a small pool of water that reflects the moon like a mirror. The scene is so peaceful, so pristine, that it seems untouched by time itself. You stand at the edge of this miraculous place, afraid to move, afraid to disturb the perfect stillness. The whispers have fallen silent now, as if even the wind holds its breath in the presence of such beauty. The only sound is the gentle lapping of water, so soft it might be your imagination. The moonlight illuminates everything with crystalline clarity, each palm frond clearly defined, each ripple on the water's surface perfectly visible. The sand around the oasis is different from the desert beyond, darker, richer, marked with patterns that speak of ancient springs and deep underground rivers. You take a tentative step forward, then another, your feet sinking slightly into the softer earth. As you approach the circle of palms, you notice other details that fill you with wonder. Night blooming flowers cluster around the base of each tree, their white petals glowing like tiny moons, releasing a fragrance so delicate, so perfect, that it seems to be made of starlight itself. There are rocks here, too, smooth and round, worn by countless years of patient water. They form a natural border around the pool, creating seats where travelers might rest, might contemplate, might commune with the spirits of this sacred place. You wonder how many others have found this oasis. How many have sat here beneath the same eternal moon? The palm trees seem to welcome you, their massive trunks scarred by age, but strong, enduring. Their roots reach deep into the earth, tapping into sources of life that flow far below the surface, connecting this small paradise to the vast network of underground rivers that thread through the desert like veins of liquid silver. You move closer to the water's edge, and as you do, you begin to notice something extraordinary. The pool is perfectly circular, so perfectly round that it seems almost artificial. Yet there is nothing artificial about it. It has been shaped by natural forces, by the patient work of water and time, into a form of absolute geometric perfection. The water itself is crystal clear, so transparent that you can see every grain of sand on the bottom, every small stone, every tiny shell left behind by creatures that lived here eons ago. When this was part of a great inland sea, the depth seems impossible. The pool appears shallow at the edges, but plunges into mysterious darkness at the center. You kneel beside the water, feeling the cool moisture on your face, breathing in the life-giving humidity that surrounds this miraculous place. After the dry air of the desert, this feels like a blessing, like a gift from the earth itself. Your skin drinks in the moisture, your lungs expand with the rich, oxygen-filled air. The reflection of the moon wavers gently on the surface, perfectly circular, perfectly centered, as if the pool exists solely to capture and hold this celestial light. You lean closer, mesmerized by the beauty, by the perfect symmetry of moon above and moon below, creating a sense of infinite depth, infinite space. As you gaze into the water, you begin to notice something else. Other reflections, fainter than the moon, but clearly visible. The stars above are mirrored in the still surface, creating a second sky beneath the water, an inverted universe that seems just as real, just as vast as the one above your head. The effect is hypnotic, disorienting. You feel as if you could step into the water and fall upward into that reflected sky, could swim among the mirror stars, could explore that underwater cosmos. The boundary between up and down, between reality and reflection, begins to blur. You settle onto one of the smooth rocks, letting your feet dangle in the cool water. The sensation is electric, revitalizing, as if the pool contains not just water, but liquid life itself. Energy flows up through your legs, through your entire body, healing, restoring, awakening dormant potentials within your cells. The silence here is different from the silence of the open desert. It is deeper, more complete, as if the oasis exists in a pocket outside of time, outside of ordinary reality. The palm fronds hang motionless. Not a breath of wind disturbs their perfect stillness. Even the night, blooming flowers seem frozen in eternal bloom. You close your eyes and listen to the subtle sounds of this hidden paradise. The almost inaudible whisper of water flowing somewhere beneath the earth. The faint rustling of some small creature moving through the undergrowth. The distant call of a night bird that might be real or might be the voice of the oasis itself. When you open your eyes again, you notice that the moon has moved slightly in its reflection, though the moon above seems fixed in place. This should be impossible, yet here it is. Visible proof that this place operates by different laws, follows different rules, exists in harmony with forces that remain hidden in the ordinary world. The flowers release more of their intoxicating fragrance, and you breathe deeply, feeling the scent flow through your bloodstream like a gentle narcotic. Your mind becomes even more peaceful, more receptive, more open to the mysteries that surround you. You are entering a state of consciousness that you have never experienced before. You lean forward and cup some of the water in your hands, bringing it to your lips. The taste is indescribable, clean and pure and somehow alive. It seems to contain the essence of every spring, every river, every raindrop that has ever fallen. It quenches not just your physical thirst, but a deeper thirst you never knew you carried. As the water flows down your throat, you feel something changing inside you. A shift in perception, in awareness. The oasis is revealing itself more fully now, showing you layers of reality that were hidden before. You begin to see the energy that flows through this place, the invisible currents of life force that make it what it is. The palm trees pulse with a gentle green light, visible only to your enhanced perception. Their roots glow like underground lightning, connecting them to the vast network of earth energy that spans the continent. The flowers emit their own subtle radiance, each petal outlined in silver fire, each bloom a tiny star come to earth. The water itself becomes luminous, filled with patterns of light that swirl and dance just beneath the surface. You realize that you are seeing the life force itself, the cosmic energy that animates all existence, made visible by this sacred pool, by your expanded awareness. You understand now why the wind guided you here, why the whispers led you to this hidden sanctuary. This is a place of transformation, of revelation, where the veils between worlds grow thin, where travelers can glimpse the deeper truths that underlie all existence. The moon's reflection shifts again, and for a moment, just a moment, you see something else reflected in the water. A face, serene and ancient, filled with infinite compassion. The face of the divine feminine, the Earth Mother, the goddess who watches over all who wander in the wilderness. The vision lasts only an instant, but it fills you with such profound peace, such complete acceptance, that tears flow down your cheeks. You feel yourself held, protected, loved by a force so vast and gentle that it encompasses all of creation, all of time, all possible worlds. The oasis wraps around you like a living embrace. The palm trees lean inward slightly, creating a canopy of protection, a sacred circle within which you are absolutely safe, absolutely at peace. The flowers release wave after wave of healing fragrance, each breath drawing you deeper into a state of perfect tranquility. You lie back on the soft sand, gazing up through the palm fronds at the moon and stars above all, feeling yourself cradled by the earth, supported by forces of infinite love and wisdom. The oasis hums with life, with presence, with the quiet joy of existence itself. This is a place where miracles are commonplace, where the impossible becomes inevitable, where every grain of sand, every drop of water, every breath of air carries the signature of the divine. You have found not just an oasis, but a doorway, a threshold between the physical and spiritual worlds. And as you rest there, held by the perfect peace of this sacred place, you know that you will carry this moment with you always. This sanctuary will live forever in your heart, a source of strength and renewal that no external force can ever take away. Chapter 4. The Moon's Reflection. As you lie beside the sacred pool, gazing up at the moon through the gentle canopy of palm fronds, something extraordinary begins to happen. The lunar light seems to intensify, to focus, as if the moon itself is leaning closer to the earth, closer to you, drawn by the magnetic pull of this mystical oasis. You turn your attention back to the water, to that perfect circular mirror that holds the moon's reflection so completely, so flawlessly, that it seems more real than reality itself. The surface is absolutely still now. Not even the faintest ripple disturbs its glassy perfection. It has become a window, a portal, a gateway between worlds. As you lean closer, drawn by an irresistible curiosity, the moon's reflection begins to change. At first the change is so subtle you think it might be your imagination, a slight shift in the light, a momentary fluctuation, but no, something is definitely happening, something that defies all natural law. The reflected moon seems to be moving independently of its celestial counterpart, rotating slowly, revealing features that should not be visible from Earth. Mountain ranges cast shadows across its surface. Deep valleys plunge into mysterious darkness. Ancient craters tell stories of cosmic collisions that shaped the solar system billions of years ago. But there is more, much more. As the reflected moon continues its impossible rotation, you begin to see signs of something even more extraordinary. Structures, delicate and beautiful, that could only have been created by intelligence, by consciousness, by beings who chose the moon as their eternal home. Crystal spires rise from the lunar surface, catching and refracting light in ways that create rainbow patterns across the crater floors. Vast domed cities spread across the mare, their transparent walls revealing gardens filled with plants that grow in patterns too perfect, too harmonious to be natural. Bridges of pure light span the great chasms, connecting distant settlements in a web of luminous architecture. Your breath catches in your throat as you realize what you are seeing. Ooh. The moon is not the barren, lifeless rock that earthbound telescopes reveal. It is a world, a civilization, a realm of beauty and wonder that exists just beyond the reach of ordinary perception. Hidden, protected, waiting for the right moment, the right observer to reveal itself. The reflection shifts again, and now you can see figures moving within those crystal cities, beings of grace and light, tall and ethereal, clothed in garments that seem woven from moonbeams themselves, and they go about their daily lives with a serenity, a purposefulness that speaks of wisdom accumulated over aeons. Some tend gardens where flowers bloom in zero gravity, their petals spread like gossamer wings, their colors beyond anything found on earth. Others work with crystalline instruments that resonate with harmonics that reach across space, creating music that influences the tides, the weather, the very rotation of planets. Children play in courtyards where fountains of liquid light arc impossibly high, their laughter carried on solar winds to distant worlds. Elders gather in circles, sharing knowledge that spans galaxies, weaving stories that become the dreams of sleeping humans, the inspiration of poets and visionaries. As you watch, transfixed, one of the lunar beings approaches the edge of their crystal city, the edge that faces Earth. As if sensing your presence, your observation, they look directly toward you, directly into the reflecting pool, and for one heart-stopping moment, your eyes meet. The being is beautiful beyond description, androgynous and ageless, with eyes that hold the depth of space itself, the wisdom of stars, the compassion of cosmic consciousness. Their face is serene, understanding, as if they have been waiting for this moment, waiting for you to find this hidden oasis, this sacred pool that serves as a bridge between worlds. They smile, and that smile carries such warmth, such acceptance, such pure love, that you feel it in every cell of your body. You understand in that instant that you are not alone in the universe, that consciousness, intelligence, compassion exist on scales you never imagined, that the cosmos itself is alive, aware, filled with beings who watch over smaller worlds with infinite patience and care. The lunar being raises one graceful hand in greeting, in blessing, and you feel compelled to respond. You place your own hand on the surface of the pool, creating the first ripples to disturb its perfect stillness. As your fingers touch the water, energy flows between you, a connection that spans the vast gulf of space, that bridges the gap between matter and spirit, between human and cosmic consciousness. Images flood your mind, not words, but pure knowing, pure understanding. You see the history of your world, your species, through their eyes. You witness the long struggle of human consciousness to awaken, to remember its cosmic heritage, to recognize its connection to the infinite web of existence. You see your own journey, every step that led you to this desert, to this oasis, to this moment of revelation. You understand that nothing was random, nothing was coincidental. Every choice, every turn in the path, every moment of doubt or wonder was guided by forces of love that operate from dimensions beyond ordinary perception. The lunar being communicates without words, sharing visions of possible futures, timelines where humanity awakens to its true nature, where the barriers between worlds dissolve, where Earth takes its place in a galactic community of conscious beings, where love becomes the organizing principle of civilization. But they also show you the work that remains, the challenges that must be faced, the darkness that must be transformed through understanding rather than conquered through force. They show you your own role in this cosmic awakening, the unique gifts you carry, the specific ways you are meant to serve the evolution of consciousness. As these revelations flow through you, you begin to understand why you were guided here, why you alone can see what others cannot. You are a bridge, a translator, a messenger, chosen to carry this knowledge back to your world, to plant seeds of possibility in the hearts of those ready to receive them. The lunar being continues to smile, and now others join them at the edge of their crystal city, dozens, hundreds, all looking toward Earth with such profound love, such hope, such patience. You realize that they have been watching, waiting, guiding, since the beginning of human consciousness, that every spiritual breakthrough, every moment of transcendence, every glimpse of higher truth has been supported by their invisible presence. They show you the network of oases scattered across the earth, each one a portal, a communication point, a place where the veils grow thin and contact becomes possible. You see other travelers, other seekers, finding their way to these sacred pools, each receiving the specific revelations they need for their unique path of service. The water beneath your hand grows warm, pulsing with energy that seems to come from the moon itself. You understand that this pool is more than a reflection device. It is a living system, part of a vast network of consciousness that connects all worlds, all dimensions, and all levels of existence. You are touching the nervous system of the cosmos itself. The lunar being begins to fade now, not disappearing, but becoming translucent preparing to return to their normal dimensional frequency. But before they go, they offer you one final gift. They reach into the water from their side, their hand meeting yours across the impossible distance. For one eternal moment, you touch, finger to finger across the void, and in that touch, you receive everything, all the love, all the wisdom, all the strength you will ever need, all the assurance that you are never alone, never abandoned, never forgotten. You are held, supported, cherished by a universe that knows your name, that celebrates your existence, that depends on your unique contribution to the cosmic symphony. The being withdraws their hand, offers one final blessing, and fades into the luminous landscape of their crystal world. The moon's reflection returns to normal, showing only the familiar craters and mountains that Earth-bound observers have always seen. But you know the truth now. You have seen beyond the veil, glimpsed the magnificent reality that hides behind ordinary appearances. You sit back on your heels, tears streaming down your face, not from sadness, but from overwhelming gratitude, from joy so pure it transcends all earthly emotion. You have been chosen, blessed, initiated into mysteries that few humans ever experience. You carry within you now a light that will never dim, a truth that will never fade, a connection that will never break. The oasis seems different now, charged with new meaning, new purpose. You understand that it will remain here, waiting for other travelers, other seekers, other souls ready to receive the gift of cosmic consciousness. And you must return to the world, carrying this light, sharing this truth, being a bridge between the hidden and the revealed. Chapter 5. The journey continues as the first pale hint of dawn begins to touch the eastern horizon. You know that your time in this sacred oasis is drawing to a close. The profound communion with the lunar beings has left you fundamentally changed, transformed, carrying within you a light that will illuminate the rest of your journey through life. You rise slowly from beside the pool, your movements deliberate and reverent. Every gesture now feels like a prayer, every breath a meditation. The water's surface has returned to its mirror stillness, reflecting the gradually brightening sky. But you know that beneath that ordinary appearance lies a portal to infinite worlds, infinite possibilities. The palm trees seem to nod in farewell as you step away from the water's edge, their fronds whispering secrets that only the wind can understand. The night, blooming flowers are beginning to close their petals, preparing for the day's rest. But their fragrance lingers, a benediction that will follow you always. You turn for one last look at this miraculous place, memorizing every detail. The way the moonlight catches the curve of each palm frond, The perfect circle of the sacred pool, the smooth stones that have witnessed countless revelations. All of it burns itself into your memory, becoming part of your inner landscape, a sanctuary you can visit whenever you need to remember who you truly are. As you begin to walk away from the oasis, something extraordinary happens. With each step you take, the light within you grows stronger. The cosmic energy you received through your connection with the lunar beings begins to circulate through your body, through your spirit, transforming you from the inside out. Your footsteps feel different now, lighter, as if you are walking not just on sand, but on the very fabric of space and time. The desert around you appears unchanged. The same rolling dunes, the same scattered rocks. But you see it with new eyes, with awakened perception that reveals the aliveness, the consciousness that permeates every grain of sand. The moon continues its eternal journey across the sky, lower now, preparing for its daily rest. But its light seems to follow you, to accompany you, as if you carry a piece of its essence within your very being. You are no longer just a traveler crossing the desert. You are a bearer of cosmic light, a living bridge between worlds. As you walk, you begin to notice other changes within yourself. Your breathing has become deeper, more rhythmic, synchronized with the subtle pulse of the earth. Beneath your feet, your heartbeat aligns with the distant rhythm of the stars. Your very cells vibrate with frequencies that can connect you to the universal web of existence. The whispers in the wind return, but now they are different, clearer, more comprehensible. They speak directly to your expanded consciousness, sharing secrets of the desert, stories of other travelers who have made this same transformative journey, wisdom that has been accumulated over millennia of seekers finding their way to hidden oasis. You understand now that the desert is not empty space to be crossed, but a vast library, a living repository of spiritual knowledge. Every rock formation holds memories. Every dune preserves the footsteps of pilgrims. Every grain of sand carries the prayers of souls seeking truth. You are walking through a sacred text written in the language of earth and sky. The path ahead rises gently, leading you up and out of the valley where the oasis lies hidden. As you climb, you feel yourself being lifted not just physically, but spiritually, ascending to new levels of awareness, new octaves of consciousness. The lunar being's gift continues to unfold within you, revealing abilities you never knew you possessed. You begin to sense the presence of other travelers, some far ahead on the path, others following behind, all connected by invisible threads of purpose and destiny. You are part of a great migration, a movement of souls awakening to their cosmic heritage, each playing their unique role in the evolution of human consciousness. The dawn light grows stronger, painting the sky in soft pastels of rose and gold. The temperature begins to rise as the desert prepares for another day of patient endurance. But you feel insulated from discomfort, surrounded by a field of protection that flows from your connection to higher dimensions. The harsh elements can no longer touch you, for you carry paradise within. As you reach the crest of the rise, you pause and look back one final time. The oasis is barely visible now, just a darker shadow among the dunes, its location already becoming uncertain in your memory, as if it exists only for those who need to find it. Only when the soul is ready for its gifts, you smile, knowing that others will discover it when their time comes, when their hearts are prepared for such profound revelation. Ahead of you, the desert stretches endlessly, but it no longer seems like an obstacle to be overcome. Instead, it appears as a canvas, a space of infinite possibility where miracles unfold naturally, where every step brings new opportunities for growth, for service, for deeper understanding of the cosmic dance. You notice that your shadow, cast by the rising sun, extends far behind you. But instead of being a simple dark outline, it seems to shimmer with its own inner light, as if the lunar energy has made even your shadow luminous. Even the most mundane aspects of your existence have been touched by magic, transformed by grace. The wind shifts, bringing new scents, new messages. The air carries hints of distant cities, of other oases, of green places where your journey will eventually lead. You sense that your path will take you back into the world of human society, but you will never again be merely human. You have become something more, something that bridges the gap between Earth and cosmos. As you walk, you begin to understand your mission, your purpose. The knowledge you have received is not meant to be hoarded, but shared. The light you carry is not meant to be hidden, but offered to all who hunger for truth. You are returning to the world as a healer, a teacher, a living reminder of humanity's cosmic heritage. But this sharing must be done carefully, gently. Most people are not ready for the full revelation. They must be approached with infinite patience, infinite compassion. The seeds of awakening must be planted subtly, allowed to germinate naturally, in their own time, in their own way. You think of the friends, the family, the community waiting for your return. They will see changes in you. Feel the difference. Sense the new light that shines through your eyes. Some will be drawn to it, curious, open, ready to begin their own journey of discovery. Others may be frightened, resistant, clinging to familiar limitations. You must love them all equally. Serve them all with equal dedication. You are not here to judge or force, but simply to be, to embody the truth you have discovered, to live as a beacon for those ready to find their way home to their cosmic identity. The sun climbs higher, and with its warmth comes a deep sense of completion, of cycles fulfilled, of purposes revealed. Your night journey through the desert has ended. But your real journey, your journey as a servant of cosmic consciousness, is just beginning. You realize that you will return to this desert again. Perhaps not in this lifetime, but in the endless spiral of existence that carries souls through infinite experiences. This place has claimed you, marked you as one of its own. You are forever part of its story, its mystery, its sacred purpose. The whispers in the wind grow fainter now, not because they are leaving, but because you no longer need them. You have internalized their wisdom, become a living embodiment of their truth. The desert has taught you its greatest lesson, that every soul carries within itself an oasis, a connection to infinite love, infinite wisdom, infinite peace. As you continue walking, you feel your consciousness expanding even further, encompassing not just your individual experience, but the experience of all travelers, all seekers, all souls on the path of awakening. You are no longer separate, no longer alone. You are part of the great awakening that is transforming your world, your species, your cosmic neighborhood. The path ahead disappears into shimmering heat mirages do. But you are not concerned about direction, not worried about destination. You know that you are being guided to, supported, loved by forces that operate beyond the reach of ordinary understanding. Every step will be perfect, every choice divinely inspired, every moment a gift from the infinite to the infinite. You carry within you now the essence of the hidden oasis, the memory of crystal cities on the moon, the touch of beings whose love spans galaxies. You are a living bridge between worlds, a translator of cosmic truths, a servant of the great awakening that is reshaping reality itself. And as you walk deeper into the brightening day, deeper into your transformed life, you carry with you a secret that fills you with endless joy. The moon will always be there, waiting, watching, blessing your journey with its ancient light. and hidden throughout the world. In deserts and forests, on mountaintops and beside still lakes, other oozes wait, other portals remain open. Other opportunities for communion with the infinite present themselves to those who seek with pure hearts. Your footsteps create a rhythm that matches the heartbeat of the earth, the pulse of the cosmos, the eternal dance of creation itself. You are no longer just walking through the desert. You are participating in the sacred choreography of existence, adding your unique movement to the infinite ballet of awakening souls. The transformation is complete. The seeker has become the guide. The student has become the teacher. The question has become the answer. And yet, in the beautiful paradox of spiritual truth, the journey continues, deeper, higher, more wonderful, more mysterious, with each passing moment. For in the realm of infinite consciousness, there is no final destination, only endless discovery, endless growth, endless opportunities to serve the evolution of love throughout the cosmos. And you, blessed traveler, awakened soul, cosmic bridge, you are perfectly equipped for this eternal adventure. The desert smiles, the moon blesses, the wind whispers its approval, and you walk on, carrying light, sharing love, being the miracle you came here to be, forever changed, forever changing, forever one with the infinite mystery that dreams all worlds into existence or the end. Rest now, dear traveler. Let the desert's peace fill your dreams do. Let the moon's wisdom guide your sleep. Let the oasis within your heart be your eternal sanctuary. You are loved. You are blessed. You are one with all that is.